signs your mortgage lender has high fees and high rates. Guys, these are easy to spot, and I'm gonna tell you how to spot them in this very quick video. So first, let me tell you a story. Okay, so last night I was sitting there with my husband, and he had told me he was really excited. He was gonna be talking to this personal trainer that would do remote sessions for him, like this whole health plan, you know, really get into shape. He's at an age where it's really important to pay attention to your health, otherwise you get a bunch of diseases. Great, okay, cool. And so I said, oh, you know, he's telling me about it. He's like, yeah, it sounds really good, but, and I'm like, but what? He's like, it's really expensive. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how much is it? And it was $800 a month. $800 a month for a remote trainer. And I'm like, how the hell did you even get in that conversation where you sat on the phone with this person for 40 minutes if you knew it was that cost? I know my husband, there's no way in hell he would pay that. That's a house payment in many parts of the country. That is crazy. A remote trainer for $800 a month? Hell to the no, right? And so he goes, oh, you'll love this. And he shows me the email chain. So my husband had asked not once, not twice, but three times before he got on the phone with that guy how much he charges. Every single time he asked, how much do you charge? The guy would turn it around to, oh, hey, Mark. So my husband literally said, okay, and how much are your services? Before we get on the phone, I'd like to know how much your services are. The guy goes, hey, Mark, do you have time to watch a 5-minute video? And he sends him a 5-minute video and a Calendly link to get on the phone with him. And my husband's like, that video was great, but you know, I just want to be really clear, like, how much do you charge for your services? And he goes, I can't wait to talk to you, Mark. And he sends him a Calendly link again. Now, my husband is a former trader, okay? He kind of loves this stuff. He does. He loves the game of it because he thinks it's fun. Also, we got a lot of good information in that call. But yeah, so here's the red flag for you guys, because you guys are like, how does this tie together? It's really simple. If you call me and you say, Jen, what's your lender fee? I will say, I'm saying it right now, my lender fee is $14.40 on every single loan except we waive it on VA. Okay, $1,440. That is our lender fee. We don't have a bunch of junk fees. That is our lender fee on every loan but VA, and we waive it on VA. Now that wasn't too hard for me, was it? So why are some lenders so cagey about their fees? Guys, it's because they're like the gym guy. They know their fees are not competitive. They know that if they don't get you far enough down the road where you don't have a choice, that if you hear that fee, you're gonna go, whoa, that doesn't seem right. Okay, so if you're constantly, like I always say with any lender, like even if you love them or whatever your situation is with them, a great test that you can find out where that lender is in the market within the first 5 minutes is you say, what is your lender fee? Okay, if they divert away from that, they're not in the market. They're not competitive, because a lender that knows they're competitive will tell you their fee up front. A lender who's trying to hide from you that their fee is higher than the market, that's why they're trying to hide it, right? Why would you hide? If your lender fee was competitive, why wouldn't you want to scream it from the rooftops? Yeah, so that's the first sign. Now, the second sign is rates, same thing. Now, rates do change every day, and I say that to people too. People will call me, they'll go, what's your rate today? And I'll be like, guys, you know, I need more information. There's not one rate for the whole day. Let's price this out, you know? And we actually have an app as well. I'm gonna tell you guys how to go to it now, because otherwise I get a bunch of text messages. I respond to all of them. Sometimes it's a week and I feel terrible. So if you go to the App Store on your phone, okay, whether you have an Android or an Apple, go to the App Store, look for Guaranteed Rate, and then look for the GR Loans app. Okay, download that, pick me as your person. I'm available everywhere except for Rhode Island and Utah. Okay, for there they'll assign you someone. You guys can run rates all day long. It's gonna show you where I am with rates all day long. It is totally transparent. Okay, so if you're working with a lender who's like, well, you know, until you're in contract, I can't tell you what the rate is. Well, you could tell me what's going on with the market. You could tell me where you are today. You could educate me on where you are, what's been going on in the market, what to expect if you have any lock and roll products. I mean, I do that every day, right? They could do that, but a lot of times what they'll do is they'll say, I can't talk about rates till you're in contract. And the reason they're doing that again is because guess what? They're not competitive. Okay. Now, beyond that, there's a move that whenever a client says, well, they sent me this, and actually someone was telling me the story the other day and I was like, oh yeah, your lender is sketchy. The lender told them the closing costs were going to be $17,000. Now that did include the down payment. It was an FHA loan. And they go, okay, cool. Can we get a breakdown? Okay. And the lender goes, no, I can't give you a breakdown until you get into contract. And they're like, well, wait, how did you get to 17,000 then? That's a fair question. 17,000, like, how did you get there? Can't you show me how you get there? I can't do that till you're in contract. Now they were talking to us as well, so they're like, you sent us over a loan summary that broke everything down with estimates, why can't they? Because they don't want you to see their fees. That's why they can't, right? They're either super lazy or they don't want you to see the fees. And then they showed me the rest of the email, no rate. Just a payment. And that's another trick. If a lender is selling you the payment and not talking about rate, it's because their rates are high. Yeah, I mean, look, it's an old lender trick. Back in the day, I used to go to all these different, never in person, but I'd be on these conference calls, right? Where top lenders would be talking about, how they grow their business, how they manage their clients. And once in a while, you'd get a lender where what they were charging was a lot. And people would go, usually it's me, hey, how the hell are you getting away with charging that much? And the answer is sell the payment, not the rate. People will always remember their payment, but they're not going to remember their rate. Okay? So whenever you have someone trying to sell you the payment and won't talk about the rate, it's because what they're charging you is higher than the market. Okay? So you really want to watch out for those flags. So number one, if they can't tell you what their lender fee is on the first call within the first 2 minutes and they try to dodge the question, red flag. Number two, if they won't tell you, what their rates are, how the market's working, what to expect, what products they have, do they have a lock and roll where you lock your rate while you shop? Once again, red flag. 2 red flags on that. Either they're just totally out of the market, or they're out of the market and they're lazy, or they're just lazy. That is not what you want on a lender. What you guys have to understand is that before you're in contract, we're in the courting stage. Yeah, it's like a date, right? This is like the first date, the second date. So if they're already being lazy, right? If they show up to the date, I'm gonna get some hate on this, but look, first date, right? Do you show up in sweats? No, that's once you're married, guys. Once you're married, you wear the sweats. So if they show up to the date in sweats from day one, do you think it's gonna get better once you're in contract? No, they're gonna be asleep on the couch eating popcorn, staining their face. It's not gonna be pretty. So you want to avoid that up front. And then the third, and I think I said there are only 2, but there's 3. They're selling you the payment and they're not talking about the rate. Such a red flag, such a red flag. If I ever had a lender do that to me, knowing what I know, I would be like, whoa, did your company jack up the margins? Why won't you talk to me about rate? Nice try, LOL, ha ha ha. But I don't see that. Look, the lenders that I work with, they'll talk about rate. I love talking about rates. I love talking about what's going on in the market because this is a big purchase for you guys. And you need to understand what's going on in the market so that you can make the best decision for yourself. And the last thing, look, if they're saying closing costs are gonna be XYZ, but they're saying they can't give you a breakdown, once again, they're trying to hide those fees and rates from you. The only time a lender tries to hide fees and rates is if they know they're more expensive than the market. So, little fiery video, pretty quick, but I hope it's helped you guys out. Watch out for those red flags. If you guys want a competitive quote, always call me, 707-478-0637. That is my cell phone. You will get me, or sometimes Alyssa picks up my messages when I'm on the phone, but my team quotes out all day long. We're very transparent. Download the app, check out the rates there. We're here to make it easy for you guys, but watch out for those flags because we want to get rid of those lenders in the industry, okay? Thanks for watching.